This is a presentation of Northeast Streaming Sports.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to the Dr. Sem Yankees Show. Here it is, the last day of May 2025, May the 31st. It is amazing. Things just happen quickly. Time flies. Hey, let's make today a great day. How do you make your day great? It's simple. Look around, notice the good that is around. When you notice the good, when you see the good, you say to yourself, life is pretty good. There's so much goodness around. And then take that goodness and spread it forward. Perpetuate the good. Share the goodness in your life with others. But then some people will say, Dr. Sem, nothing is good. Well, if nothing is good, I feel bad for you, but there is a solution. You can create good. You can do something nice for somebody else. And when you do that, there's goodness. You just made it happen. You just changed the narrative. And then share that goodness with others. Pay it forward. Spread it forward. Remember, when you give love, it comes back to you in greater amounts than you ever gave. Quick other reminder, my dear friends, that this program and every program is brought to you by Artemisia Publishing. Artemisia is a fantastic publisher who publishes a variety of great books, including my wonderful novel, Scattering the Ashes, an award-winning novel. Scattering the Ashes. If you haven't read it, you should. They published 365.2, Going the Distance, a runner's journey. If you do not feel you can do something, read that book. That book will motivate you and teach you that you can. Of course, they also published the phenomenal Roy White autobiography, Written with Me, From Compton to the Bronx, also an award winner. And finally, another award winner, The Least Among Them, which everyone who's read has told me it's just one of the best baseball books, or Yankee books specifically, they've ever read. So go to apbooks.net, see those books and the plethora of other fine books that Artemisia publishes. And so now, of course, I'm going to introduce someone who is paying it forward. My wonderful son, Ethan. Ethan said, hey, Dad, I know you have to get the podcast done. Let me step up and help you so you don't have to talk for 30 minutes all by yourself. So, Ethan, how are you?
How are we doing, Dad?
I'm doing great. Thank you for stepping up and helping me do this.
Happy to help.
You're the best. Of course, Ethan is one of the great content creators and one of the writers at Start Spreading the News, the fantastic Yankees site. I was going to do something, but we could do this without any technology. I'd like everybody in the audience to do just one thing real fast. Close your eyes and look at the darkness that surrounds you. When your eyes are closed and you can't see anything, that's exactly how most Yankee fans will see the game tonight, the first of 3 against the Dodgers, because it's on Apple TV or Amazon something or other, whatever it is. I don't even want to say what it is. I don't know what it is, and I hate giving them any press or any whatever. I recognition, because they're taking games away from fans. So, hey, good for you guys. Good for you, Major League Baseball. Take things away from the fans who want to watch ball games. Then again, it's a 10-10 start. I wouldn't have stayed up anyway. So if you have to put the games on those pay channels, at least do it when I can't watch. Eth, how are you tonight?
I'm doing well, Dad. How are you?
I am well. Let's talk first about Giancarlo Stanton, not when he's coming back. But the Yankees got their rings the other day, and they were the runner-up rings, the World Series loser rings. But they made it to the World Series, so they get rings. And Stanton said, if I catch anybody wearing those things, you're going to have to answer to me, basically. How do you feel about that? Like they just made it to the World Series. They got the rings that celebrates their arrival at the World Series. They're the American League champions. And now Giancarlo Stanton says, you better not wear those things around me.
I mean, I think it's the right attitude to have if you're a player. You should, and I don't want to discredit the accomplishment of winning the American League. It has been many years, over a decade, well, almost 15 years for the Yankees before they were able to make it back to the World Series. And if everything was equal and even in sports, that's what the commissioners of the leagues would want, right? 15 teams in the American League, 15 teams in the National League. Once every 15 years, they make it. And most baseball players' careers are not going to last that long. So I don't want to diminish the achievement at all, but if you are a player and you are playing on a top tier team, you are playing on a team that's always going to become, fighting to win, up there, high payrolls, always winning. You do not want to be comfortable accepting the first loser trophy. You want to always put your best foot forward and say, it's cool, but it's not cool right now. I think for Giancarlo Stanton to say this, right now it's the right sentiment. I think coaches, managers, players, team staff who interacts with the players on a daily basis, they should all have that mentality. We want to win the better thing. We're striving towards a common goal, and it's to wear a cooler piece of jewelry next year. But 10, 15 years down the line, if that doesn't end up happening, which Brian Cashman and the Steinbrenner family love to just say, the playoffs, anything can happen. So it's always their big reason why they never get someone at the trade deadline. But if it ends up not happening, then looking back on it, it's a cool thing. And then that's a cool ring to have. And you're like, yeah, we did win the American League. That's something like an Anthony Rizzo could wear the ring. If he comes back to baseball, that's awesome. That'll be a fun story to follow. But he's out right now. And so for him, yeah, he's done. Wear the ring. Be proud of the accomplishment. Be proud of the team that you had. But right now, if you're a player, if you're Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, any of these guys, I wouldn't wear it. I'd put it in a drawer. I'd forget about it until at least my career's over. But hopefully, because I got something better to wear this year.
So let me ask you this. I just thought of this as you were talking, and you make great points, and I have no problem with it. You know the story about your dad and his elite softball team, and we were the reigning champions going for the repeat. Your dad was on second base in the last inning. He was the tying run, maybe the winning run. It might have been the bases loaded, but I think I was the tying run. Back then, I was lightning fast. Any single I would have scored. We would have tied the game or won. I don't quite remember the specifics, but I was either the tying run or the winning run. We had one of our best hitters up on a field in Wyckoff Community Park where there is no fence. And I said to him, all we need is a single, just a single, baby. And he hit the ball a mile. He hit that thing so far that Mickey Mantle would have been jealous. But because there's no fence, the guy knew that he was a slugger, and the guy in left field was playing 94 miles away, and it was a fly out, and we ended up losing. We did not win the championship that year, and they gave the runner-up trophies to our coach who threw them in the woods. And that became a local legendary story. A different player on the team picked them out of the woods, gave them to us. We then won the championship the next year, but at that point, Wyckoff said, we're not giving trophies anymore to the players because of the unsportsmanlike conduct. And so what did we do? We went out and bought our own, and we won 2 championships after that. So we had to buy our own trophies twice. So kind of a fun story. But let me ask you this, Heath. If the Yankees win the World Series this year and they get the rings, and it's the same cast of characters, same guys, and they all performed well, so nobody's like, you can't talk like that because you didn't help us win. They all helped win, but play my scenario. What if Stanton says, I don't want to see you guys wearing those rings, the World Championship rings right now, because it's May 31st and the Yankees are in first place. And he wants to send the message, yeah, we did it last year, but that's old news. We still want to win another one. You okay with that?
It's a tougher sell to make, and it's about appreciating the wins when you get them, right? If you're on the Rockies, if you win any games this year, and how they beat the Yankees is astounding to me. Those games were way too close. My goodness. But if you're on the Rockies this year, you're going to celebrate and hoot and holler if you get any wins. But that's a tough sell to make where you're World Series champions and you want to say the end of May, you're not allowed to wear a World Series ring again. I can see both sides of the coin, right? You had all off season to wear it. You had all off season, 3-4 months, right? You could wear it around and get your lauding and
But
your
they didn't get it yet. Yeah,
praise.
this is the point. They wait till the season to get them. So they couldn't have
That's
worn it over the
fair.
winter. They didn't have them.
That's fair. Yeah, it's a tougher sell, I think. I think they usually get them sooner though. I feel like the Dodgers would have gotten them much
Maybe.
earlier than the Yankees got these. But
But
I
you
don't know.
still wait till
I
the
feel
season.
like
So how do you feel about you get the World Series ring? I'm based upon your answer before. I kind of like I like the attitude. Hey, I don't want to see that ring. Wear it in October when the season's over, or November after the World Series. Wear it then. Wear it over the winter. You can tell them you were champions in 25 and 26 because it's next year. Or you can tell them you were champions in 25 if we don't win it again. But you're not wearing that now because we're not celebrating last year. Where our mission is this year. Let's do it again. I kind of like it.
I think you have to bring an intensity to the sport, and if you have the right type of guys in the clubhouse, and you have enough guys who are willing to just be, you know, running the show in that way, people bringing the fun, people bringing the intensity, people bringing the attitude. I think once you bring all those personalities together, if you have the right group of guys, that could work. I think in certain circumstances that wouldn't, right? I think if it was a younger guy, let's say Ben Rice saying this, it wouldn't work because what's the rookie going to tell us about, right? What's the young hotshot going to say to us? I've been playing baseball. I'm Giancarlo Stanton. I've been playing baseball for 13 years now. I haven't won any rings. Now I finally got a chance to have something. I'm wearing it, right? But I think the fact that it's coming from a well-respected vet, everyone seems to like him. Players, other teams. I mean, it's the right guy. If it was him, if it was Judge, if it was Garrett Cole, I think if any of those three guys are saying it, then that's the mentality of the team, and that's what I would rally around.
All right. Good stuff. All right. So here's another thing. I vacillated back and forth on this. I don't like it at the bottom line. I know it's going to happen. I understand why it's happening. But how do you feel about the Yankees moving Jazz Chisholm to third base so that DJ LeMahieu can play second base?
Well, the last time I was on a podcast, we were saying Jazz Chisholm was down. We were looking at Yorby Vivas and Peraza and Oswaldo. I think he wasn't hurt yet. And we're like, well, maybe DJ LeMahieu, he's having a good rehab. Maybe he's the answer for the Yankees' troubles at second base. It wasn't. I'm wrong. I'm going to call you wrong because I think you were the one who said it first. But
I don't think we were wrong here. I think the idea was Vivas and Peraza, they haven't done anything anyway. So let's see if DJ can do anything. He's now played
right.
50 at bats, 41 at bats or so, and he's not hitting. And most of his hits came in like his first 2 or 3 games.
So I mean, if you're looking at it, DJ LeMahieu has a little bit more third base experience, but he's also the older player. He's also the guy with the proven Gold Glove at second. I forget if Chisholm has one at second.
I don't think so.
I don't think he does. But I think there's I'd be harder pressed to want to put the struggling DJ LeMahieu at third, where being an older player, slower reaction time, even by just a half a millisecond, is going to slow you down. It's going to change the intensity of the game. I understand the defensive metrics were not in Jazz Chisholm's favor last year at third base. I understand people with the eye test were saying he wasn't good. He wasn't good. Maybe I'm crazy. I thought he looked fine out there. I thought there was a lot of times where he made the right play, made the right decision. Well, he was going to make mistakes. There's growing pains with it, but I don't think Jazz Chisholm was a butcher at third base by any means. And
yeah, my feeling is I want the guy. He's athletic. His better position is second base. I want my guys playing where they're best. And since DJ's not hitting anyway, and since he's old and slow, all right, maybe he only plays twice a week. Let's not build our lineup around DJ. Let's put the better guy where he belongs. The better guy is Chisholm. Put him where he's most comfortable, where his athleticism can shine more. And then you play Peraza and Vivas and LeMahieu and Pablo Reyes and whatever else at third base, and you try to get through until they can make a trade or do something to address the position. I don't know.
I think the Yankees are just in a tough situation where yet again they've gone 95% of the way to building a team and they've left a position open. We saw it with left field forever, with first base forever. There's always a spot in the rotation, and then pitcher injuries happen. I understand that's a tough game to play. But it's a tough situation. I think the number one thing to get out of this, though, is when you watch the interview of Jazz Chisholm talking about, well, you're coming back soon, you're going to be playing third. Who made that decision? His answer was, I'm a team guy. I asked them, where do you want me to be? I didn't say I wanted to be third. I didn't say I wanted to be second. I'm going to let the team decide, and I'm going to do the best thing for the team. And I think that's the right, again, when we're talking about building a clubhouse, building a team, building, a group of guys who have a common goal and are striving towards something. That's the type of attitude you want. I was reading this. I was looking through comments and I was looking at the Chisholm's interview, and I forget who said it, but someone said, if they want me to throw the bags on the plane, they want me to take the bags off the plane, I'll do it because that's my job, right? Whatever the team wants me to do, I will do. And if you have 26 guys bought into that, 26 guys who are not going to wear the silly ALCS ring until the offseason, until maybe their careers are over. You got 26 guys, no matter if you're Aaron Judge or if you're Yorby Vivas, saying, I'm going to be picking the bag off the plane. I'm going to be putting the bag on the plane. I'm not going to make someone else do that. I think that's the foundation of something that's going to be great.
I don't disagree. All right, Ethan, we decided that you were going to try to stump me. You told me there's 9 guys, 8 guys. How many guys whose whole career was spent on the Yankees and the Dodgers exclusively, no other team?
Well, with the Yankees, it says, this is the problem with Baseball Reference. It gives you 2 different numbers because you have 8 batters and 6 pitchers. But
some of the pitchers are batters.
Most of the pitchers are batters. I believe it comes out to, and if you give me 2 seconds here, I can figure it out. 1, 2, 3, 9 players. We got 9 players.
9 players. All right. So you're going to do them in alphabetical order, or what are you going to do?
We could do them in alphabetical order. That could certainly work. So number 1, we have an outfielder. He played with the Los Angeles Dodgers for 9 games in 2003.
Oh, God.
He then came to the Yankees in 2004, stayed with the Yankees through 3 years until 2006.
Oh, so he was the Yankee for a while.
Yankee for 3 years, sort of a backup outfielder, utility, fourth outfielder type of guy.
Are his initials BC?
His initials are BC.
Bubba Crosby?
It's Bubba Crosby. You're very good.
Wow, I have a baseball over there that Bubba gave me. The only baseball I ever got at a baseball game.
Okay. Next player alphabetically is going to be this guy. He's a left-handed pitcher. Okay. He spent 3 years with the Dodgers, 2020 and 2021. Was in the minors for 2022, then came back in 2023. Was used sparsely as a starter, mostly as a late reliever. Then he played with the Yankees in 2024. So he played with them last year.
Oh, the
27
left-hander
games
guy. He wasn't any good for the Yankees.
He had a 3.86 ERA.
Did he really?
Yeah, he's with the Angels now, but he hasn't played a game this year because he's
No,
been
I'm
hurt.
thinking Jolie Rodriguez. It couldn't be because we're doing this alphabetical order. What's it? What? I'm not going to remember. What's his initials?
VG.
VG.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go
This
past. Go to the next one.
Next one. We have a... I loaded the wrong guy up next. No, never mind. This guy was... Oh, you're never going to get this. This is impossible. He was a utility guy. Used a little bit everywhere. Second base, outfielder, and first base is what's listed. Played with the Brooklyn Dodgers from 1905 to 1915.
Okay.
Took a couple years out of baseball. I don't know why, but then played 22 games with the Yankees in 1918.
Oh, boy. A utility player. What's his initials?
JH.
Is his first name Jesse?
It is not.
John?
It's not. It is John.
I have no idea. All right, we're skipping another one. I'm one for batting only 333 right now.
Okay, next player is a pitcher. Okay. Pitched with the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1957, then with the Los Angeles Dodgers in 1958 and 1959, before moving on to the Yankees for 4.1 innings in 1960 and ending his career.
Oh, my God.
He had one
These are
good
impossible.
year. These are impossible.
Wow, what are his initials?
1958, he pitched 100 innings to a 5.0 ERA. Terrible. His initials are FK. You're never gonna get these. This is great.
I'm getting killed here. All right, number 5.
This guy you'll get. Okay.
I better. This is terrible.
Right-handed pitcher, spent 4 years with the Dodgers from 2008 to 2011.
Oh.
Then came to the Yankees for 3 years from 2012 to 2014.
I know this.
He was very consistent.
Yes, he was. He was great. Loved him. What's his initials? He's Japanese.
He's the Jet. Yep. HK.
Hiroki Kuroda.
Hiroki Kuroda. I loved Hiroki Kuroda.
All right, that's got 2 now. All right, let's keep going. 2. Here we go.
Okay, next player, last batter. Okay. Pinch hitter, listed position.
Oh, my God.
He had 6 games with the Yankees in 1966 and 26 games with the Dodgers in 1969.
Initials?
JM.
All right, move to number 7. This is hard.
These are impossible. Okay, now we have 3 straight pitchers here.
Okay.
First one was a right-handed pitcher. You're never going to get this one. He spent 2 years with the Brooklyn Dodgers. This is incredible. 1922 and 1923. Then he left baseball. Probably had a life, did something for 22 years. And in 1945, the Yankees called him up for 2 games. And he pitched 4 innings. So
And
you'll
what's
never
his
get that
initials?
guy. His initials are PS.
So my initials. All right, 2 more.
Okay. I have no idea if you'll get this guy. Okay. Right-handed pitcher. Was with the Dodgers in 2008 and 2009. Was with the Yankees in 2011 and 2012. Did not pitch in 2010. He never started the game, mostly closed games. It's not the other guy. Okay.
Oh, you give me initials.
Initials are CW.
Florida, Washington. Oh my God, Corey Wade.
Corey Wade, yes. How'd you get that?
I don't know. We do these things, and all of a sudden the answers just pop in your head. You're like, Corey Wade.
No,
has to be.
They pop in your head. They don't pop in my head.
No, you've done that. All sorts of things. Where like Kid Nichols, Dad. It was Kid Nichols. Like, what are you talking? Ed Seacott.
Hey.
What? Eddie Collins. Like, where did you come up with these names? Big Ed Walsh. He pitched for the Chicago White Sox in 1905. Or like, what?
And who doesn't know that? Okay. Last player on our silly list here. He was a left-handed pitcher. Pitched for 3 years with the Yankees from 1936 to 1938. Took a couple years off. Pitched with the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1941. Then his career was over.
And his initials are?
His initials are KW.
Pitched for the Yankees. How many games did he pitch in 36, 37, and 38?
7, 16, and 1.
Oh.
This has not been your best showing. I hate to tell you that.
Well,
So
I
far
think
you've got
look. This proves
3.
This proves absolutely that these aren't rigged. These are hard. Let's go back to the left-handed
proves
pitcher.
we don't script the show.
Proves we don't. Yeah, you could give me the names. I can pretend like I don't know, and then be like, come up with these crazy names and be like, how'd you do that? All right, so the left-handed pitcher, 2020 to 21, 23, pitched for the Yankees in 2024 last year. His initials are VG. Victor Gonzalez?
Victor Gonzalez, yes. Very good.
I'm batting 44%. The utility guy, 1905 to 1915, and then he played for 1918. John Hudak.
Never heard of him before.
Me neither. I made it up. I went to college with a guy with that name. John Hill.
John Hummel.
Hubble. I would not have gotten it. We're running out of time. We only have a minute to go. The pitcher, FK. He was a Yankee for 30 seconds. He was a Dodger for a couple. Give me his first name.
Fred.
Keen.
Kip. Ooh.
No, I never heard of him. All right, the pinch hitter. JM. I'll never get that one. What's him?
John Miller.
I might have gotten
Basic
that.
name ever.
Nah. The PS guy. What's his name?
His first name is Paul. You really should know this guy. Paul Schreiber.
Paul Schreiber. There is a Schreiber that rings a bell, but no. I'm going to have to look him up, though. That's an interesting guy. I wonder how he came back during the war years in 1945. That's interesting. Last guy, we're running out of time. KW is?
Kemp Wicker.
Wow. All right. If anybody could do better than me on that quiz, I take off my hat to you. My dear friends, thank you for watching. Ethan, thank you for helping me get through the half an hour as we sit here waiting for the Yankees and the Dodgers to play. This was the Dr. Sem Yankees Show. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Give love. It'll come back to you. Take care.
Introducing National Streaming Sports, live and on-demand sports talk programming that you can access 24/7. For the premier sports talk experience, tap into our Roku channel. Start your mornings with Mac and Jack covering all the weekend sports action. Then pour a cup and enjoy all the sports you can drink on the Coffee and Sports podcast. At midday, talk sports from east to west on the Coast to Coast podcast. Followed at night by some hot girl talk with Prim and Proper Sports featuring Sonia Pearson. Talk boxing on the Gloved Fist. Yankee fans tune in for Start Spreading the News. And there's more on the College Sports Huddle and Sports Scope with Robert Butler. There are 20 podcasts in all and 70 weekly shows giving us a 3.4-star viewer rating. To find us on Roku TV, search for National Streaming Sports on the Roku search bar. Click on the logo and you're in. National Streaming Sports, live and on-demand sports talk for America.